told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the bar. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them go. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper. Try to hope you way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful. Gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord. Told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spin the plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steps. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb. Yeah, bitch, we whole start. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low. Told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. And I just made it go. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Back row.
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shit. Now I'm one westward sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before a run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and just know my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this world in my whole life, It's so melodic. When I be dropping this Ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s pussy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo. Escobar, Poppy at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, make pleasures, making an op hurt. Lions in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed, y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. You can't. The streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the storm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this storm in my whole life. My whole life.
From Westworld. Let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make more. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Scammer who? They ain't stop making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the peace loose, but they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage roar. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Stood against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing. Dog, I plan to keep you. Lose your mind where I'm from. I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul. Losing time, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on there. You pray to God, hoping He can save you. War, and that's this another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason. Got a flash on the grip, nigga, big priest. They gon' judge me by my increase, and I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One Westworld, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in their face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we have, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck, burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
right, this is Rudy Speaks, man. We got Captain Taiwo in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man, on Rudy Speaks, man. I'm breaking down right quick,
don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the window, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got $1 million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we about to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, remark with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm big jumper. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm throughout pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stay true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage. I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in the Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fight the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with subs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't need to see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though. Cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino. And the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's U.P.K, not a part, but together. I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place. It's a captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack I'm surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As long as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gonna be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fast for our babies.
Follow up on ya, Barack. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Brakta.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Brakta. Yahweh Shemala Son Ba'ashim Yahushai. Clap it up.
Yajimata.
We Akim Agwafian. Let's get it rocking and rolling. I'll get your questions. What do I need now? I appreciate it, Doc. Water. We got in the room tonight, Doc.
We have Captain Karathia from the UK.
Give Captain Karathia a hand out in the UK.
And Officer Rawbon from the UK
Officer
as well.
Rawbon from the UK. Give them a hand.
We have Chicago.
Chi-Town. Give them a hand.
And headquarters.
Headquarters. Harlem, New York, Jerusalem. Give them a hand, all right? Uno momento. Un momento, lo siento. Mi nombre es General Mahayim. Soy tu hermano. Estos son los anuncios. Somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125 Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del comando de el General Yahana. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres latino, negro o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa. Pero su iglesia tiene toda la culpa de lo que nos está pasando. Órale. All right, Akim. Let's get it on, all right? Clap it up. Let's do it. All right. I'll take your questions in the room and online. Do you have any, Asher?
First, Make sure you pay your Passover fee.
Let them know about it.
If you don't pay your Passover fee, I've been assigned to be at the door, and I will not let you in.
Ooh, we actually do
unless
good
I'm
job.
told otherwise.
Listen,
so
you
pay your Passover
don't tell him
fee.
otherwise. Keep him out. Kick him into outer darkness. Good job. You know what? Let's have a drink in celebration of the Passover tonight. I'll give the Passover a hand. Since the Passover is coming up, let's have some good scotch.
Concert.
All right.
And one more now. This November 23rd to the 27th, the Captain Yatazak and all of Texas will be having the down south I.S.U.P.K cookout with Commander General Yohana giving his lecture at brunch about World War III.
Outstanding. Clap it up for Captain Yatazak out there in Houston, Texas. Well done. All right, where are we at now? Questions. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we do the questions, let me just give you the topic of tonight's class. Tonight's class, of course, we're going to go into the incidents that happened this week concerning the I.S.U.P.K. We'll start first with the Palestinian mob attacking the UK camp. I.S.U.P.K. UK, give them a hand.
That's right.
Oh, it was rough. Oh, my God. Let me tell you, those Palestinians attacked a pack of wolves, and those wolves defended themselves. I pray you understand. They had the big bad wolf out there, Shamgar. Give him a hand. They had the werewolf of London out there, Dum Gabar. Give him a hand. Then you had the pack leader right there. That's the pack leader right there, Captain Karafia. He's head of the wolf pack out there. Then you had the young hungry wolf. Let me see the hungry wolf out there. Give the hungry wolf a hand. Oh, he's hungry, Akim. They were out there getting it the hell on, man, and defended the work of God.
Right.
And defended that camp. And the Palestinians had to go home that day. They had to leave. Everybody, at the end of it, they were back at the school drinking good rum. And that was that. Give yourselves a hand, UK. Well done. All right. Then after that, what do we have? And after that, you had Captain Tazaryak. Is that right? Out on no jumper. Give him a hand.
During the West Coast cookout.
During the West Coast cookout. We had the West Coast cookout out there with Captain Gadahar getting it on out there in the sunshine. Ooh-wee. As we were out there, I appreciate you. As we were out there, Captain Tazaryak did an interview with this cat, No Jumper. He has like 4 million hits. 4 million subscribers or something like that.
4.6 million, I believe.
4.6. He's real popular with the hip hop brothers and sisters. This Edomite out there, brother, and Captain Tazaryak was on the show, represented Commanding General Yohana well, as he always does, spoke the truth, represented the kingdom of Christ as he always does, and did an excellent job. Give him a hand. Right. Go ahead, Archie.
Then Captain Kapash.
Then what do you have next? Out in Indianapolis, this happened about 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Some brothers in the school doing some work in the school. Some children are in the school with them waiting for their father to get done. And a terrorist, a Palestinian terrorist, drives her car into the school. Kablang. Now, this is not the first incident. About a day or so before that, the brothers started just to notice that weird things were happening. Somebody who smeared red paint on our sign outside like it was blood. They took red paint and just smeared it all over our Shield of David outside. So we're trying to figure out, Captain Akkad was on it because he's in charge of security. He's looking into what in the hell is going on. Then someone set a trash can on fire. Right. So by then, of course, we're fully activated in the UPK about a security risk that's happening in Indianapolis. 2 a.m. that next morning, they hear kaplangang because some heathen drove a car into the school. I'm sorry.
With a family sleeping inside.
With a family sleeping inside the school. The brothers got armed. As many of you know, some of you out there might not know, but the UPK, you see, we're not Christians in here. And we're absolutely trained and equipped to defend ourselves. Well, the brothers who are trained and equipped went outside, apprehended the woman, opened the car door, took her out the car, and took her ID, and waited for the police to come. Of course, in that time, they did not touch her, did not harm her. They didn't do what a cop would have done, which was shoot her dead right there. They did not do that, and they could have done that, and they didn't do it. And by the time the police got there, she was sitting there with her head covered, intact, without a scar on her, which once again is going into the topic that I want to go into tonight. They call us a hate group all over the TV and Comedy Central and everywhere this week. They were calling Commanding General Yohana's crew a hate group, calling us, what are they calling us? A hate group, anti-Semitic,
anti-Jewish,
everything, calling us every evil name in the world. And I understand that's what they have to say, but I have facts as opposed to words. And that woman attacked us, and we did not harm her. We did not touch her. We didn't do what a cop would have done to her. We didn't do what a Christian would have done to her. We did not harm that woman, which means we have mercy when people in the world do not have mercy. We're not bloodthirsty the way Christians are. We don't look for an occasion to hurt people the way that Christians in the world do. That woman was unharmed, unhurt when the police came to take her away, which says something about us that you won't hear about us, but it is who we are. We are not bloodthirsty. We're kind, we're merciful, and we treated that heathen who tried to kill us like gentlemen. Give yourselves a hand up. Well done. And furthermore, there is nothing racist about the Israelite school of UPK, nothing hateful about the Israelite school of UPK. I'm going to prove that tonight in this class. Come on.
Also, if I may, sir, also Rabban, if you can send me any of the videos from the incident where the Palestinian women attacked the camp and kicked the camp signs, please send it to crosstheline.radio@gmail.com, Baba Kasha.
We're going to play some clips of those videos tonight to make sure all of you understand what happened this week. And hopefully I will be able to arm you up against the attack that for some reason black people saying they're Jews is racist. For some reason, Hispanics saying they're chosen people of God, somehow that's racist. We're going to go into that tonight, and I'll bring the entire thing out to you tonight, as well as answer all of your questions. Asher, you're up.
Come on, sir. Captain Corrupted, any questions you want to ask, sir?
Who's the other brother?
Sir? That's Officer Dongabar, sir.
You have Dongabar, right? Out in the UK, the werewolf of London. That's him right there. Give him a hand.
Hey, shalom, sir.
UK, any questions?
No? If I could, sir.
Let me know.
Sir.
Go ahead, Al.
Come on, sir. Why is it that like the Palestinians they ain't got strength for the Israeli man, but they find it easier to mess with us, if that makes sense, sir? All week it's been bothering me. I was wondering how, like, with what happened in Indianapolis and what happened in the UK, it seems like as blacks and Hispanics really easy target for all nations. I just want to know why. Like, is there a reason why? Like, why? Like, they can smell us that says attack them people there. They're easy. Why is that?
Give me a video about the Moabite. I sent you a video about the Moabites.
Yes,
right? Sir. The captain in the UK, he asked an important question. He said, why does it seem like the Palestinians are targeting black people when, of course, we're not the ones bombing and their cities in Palestine? We're not the ones occupying their cities in Palestine. We're not the ones hurting them, but yet they target blacks and Latinos. He said it's been bothering him all week, and he wants to understand it. And I completely understand, Ak, and I'm going to explain it to you today. What you see happening all over the world right now with Palestinians targeting black people, with the Israelis, with Jewish people targeting black people, is very old. It's very old. It's been happening forever. I'm going to show you a video, Ak, to explain it to you, all right? Just stand by, Karafia, right here. Watch this video carefully, Karafia. Go ahead.
Come on, sir.
Asian Americans were redlined from opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people.
Oh yeah, this is really important.
But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress Black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in Black communities, even though Black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities.
Oh,
say what?
And as I've said,
Johanna taught this years ago. Years ago. In Black neighborhoods, there are Chinese restaurants, Korean restaurants, Vietnamese hair salons, and Vietnamese toenail places, right? And those places are not in white neighborhoods. And we see them and go, well, then why are they in our neighborhood? You know what we never consider? They cannot get in white neighborhoods because white people will not allow Chinese carryouts in their neighborhoods. They tried it. They tried it in the 50s. A Chinese store that tries to open up in a white neighborhood gets burned down. They get rocks through their window. They get chased out of the neighborhood. White people do not allow other nations to come into their neighborhood. So what do the Chinese do? They come into Black neighborhoods because we do allow it, because the police will not let us decide who opens up businesses in our neighborhood. So the Chinese flood in our neighborhoods and open up stores and restaurants. And then when a Black person or an Hispanic person tries to open up a restaurant or a business, they are not allowed to do it. They don't get the permit. They don't get the loan, but they will give the loan to the Chinese person, to the Korean person. This is how Black and Hispanic society has been running for about 100 years. It's been like this. So what happens over time, Karafia? Palestinians will not do the things to white people that they will do to you. They've learned not to open up businesses in white neighborhoods. They've learned not to attack white people. They've learned that. They've learned you cannot do that to white people. But there is someone that you can always take advantage of, and there will be no repercussions, and that's Blacks and Latinos. So inevitably, whenever there's a problem, you will be attacked because they can't do it to white people because they're afraid of white people. Do you understand? They're afraid of them. And they're afraid of them with good cause, because white people, of course, would wipe them out, kill all of them, unalive everyone there, just like they're doing in Palestine. The Palestinians thought they could attack the Israelis, and they went out unalived about 1,000 of them. Now, by now, I think 20,000, 50,000 children are dead over there in Palestine. You understand? They've learned you cannot do this. So what do they do with their anger? They have to do something with it. That's what the Palestinian woman said that attacked the UPK in Indianapolis. I'm so angry, I have to do something with it. I dare not attack a synagogue. I dare not go into a white neighborhood and do it because I'm afraid of them, because they've taught me vent my anger on Black people, vent my anger on Hispanics. Don't be angry with them. That's why it happened that day, Karafia. Do you understand? And she's looking at you. You think that Palestinian woman thought you were Jewish? Huh? No. She knew you weren't Jewish. God damn. I mean, it's like idiotic sometimes. Like you think the Palestinians said, well, these are Jewish. These are Jewish men on the corner. These are the men that bombed Palestine here on this street corner. She knew you weren't Israelis. She knew you weren't Jewish, but she knew that she could vent her anger on you. You were the kind of Jew she could attack. You understand, Karafia?
Khan.
There's a kind of Jew you can attack, and there's a kind of Jew you can attack. There's a kind of Jew that can say you're the chosen people of God. There's a kind of Jew that cannot say they're the chosen people of God. You want me to prove it real fast? I'll show you something. Alexa, are Jewish people the chosen people of God?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Yes.
Yeah. You see the problem here, right? You see, that's not racist. That's not considered racist. Alexa, are Puerto Ricans the chosen people of God?
From Answers.com. According to the 2000 census, Puerto Ricans are Christians. 75% of the population.
Alexa, are Mexicans the chosen people of God?
Didn't quite catch that. Tell me
Alexa,
again.
are Haitians the chosen people of God? I thought she might. Yeah, you see, it's racist to say Mexicans are the chosen people of God, to say Haitians are the chosen people of God. Are Jewish people the chosen people of God? Yes, they are. That's not racist. That's completely allowed and acceptable. But you out on that street corner wearing that shield of David, that is unacceptable. You're the kind of Jew that they can attack, but there's a kind of Jew that they know not to attack, Captain. You understand?
Can't do one, can't, sir.
And it's why your neighborhoods are full of Pakistanis. It's for the same reason. That's the same reason. Because when they would go and try to go to a posh neighborhood over there in the UK, what's a good neighborhood over there in the UK? Notting Hill, right?
Or
they
Chelsea.
try to go to Notting Hill, they get rocks through those windows.
That's right.
They can't set up a shop in Notting Hill. They get burned down, and they tried it, and they got burned down. But their loan will get approved in a Benjamite neighborhood, and your loan will not get approved in that neighborhood. So in essence, it teaches everyone who the lower class is, and you hurt the lower class. The lower class are there to be hurt. They're there to vent your frustration. Everyone understands. You want to look at the Ku Klux Klan. Look at white hate groups. White hate groups are mad at the government, the United States government. For some reason, they hang us. For some reason, all their hatred goes to hanging poor black people and beating up poor black people. Why? For what? They're more poor than the white people that are angry with the government. Why? Because they won't do it to the governor. They won't do it to them. They'll do it to the people that they can hurt and get away with it. So that's why, Captain Karathia, you understand?
Come on, Conte, the white general.
Play some of your video too. If you have it, you can play a little bit of the video now.
Yes, sir. I have it right here for you.
Go ahead. Alexa, are black people the chosen people of God?
She turned off.
Turned off again. Yeah.
Ready, sir?
Go ahead.
Kevin 927, you are absolutely racist. We are not doing anything to Palestinian people. We are not bombing the Gaza Strip. But you won't go protest the white man. You know why you won't go protest him? You know why? Because you're scared of the white man. You're scared of the white man. You're scared of the white man. When you see black people, you think you can violate black people. You're scared, really. A foolish woman is coming up. Say it again. A foolish woman is coming up. What is a foolish woman? She is what? She is simple. Hey, back up. Two men. Right there. Come on back.
Let them see the other side. Sometimes they need the other side. All right. Let's go on to the questions, okay? Go ahead. You got it, Warrior. He needs a microphone up front. Any questions in the chat room and all of that, we'll get as well, all right? Also, I need to, Captain I.S.U.P.K wanted me to give a sister her Hebrew name tonight, all right? Wrap it up for her. I'll do it tonight. And video for that. Let's play that when they're appropriate. Go ahead, Warrior. You got it.
Lockheed Adawan. Can I get a breakdown of Psalms 83 verses 6 and 7? Who the other nations are?
It's excellent in here tonight, as usual. Excellent Harlem Scotch. I think y'all brew it up down here somewhere. So what? I appreciate it. Go ahead. Read your precept, please, Warrior.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes. Verse 7.
Hey, do me a favor. favor, hand me that black bag in the back, please. Up. There's someone back there, right? Go ahead. Go ahead. The Hagarine. Oh, you want to know who these people are, right?
Correct,
I
sir.
got change for a 20. A ton of ones.
We can get it. We can get it, sir.
Go ahead, Warrior. Read that again.
Khan, sir. Psalm 83, verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites.
Your question, who they are? Is that your question?
Yes. What
Edomites
race are they?
Is our oppressor. Our oppressor. They're the Edomites, the nation of Esau. They come from a man named Esau. His children became the Edomites, which means red. I appreciate. Oh, we got 20. Let me get ones for this. All right. That's who the nation of Esau is, or the Edomites are. What you would call today our oppressors from Germany, Spain, Poland, Rome, America, Great Britain. All right.
Khan, sir.
Spain. You get that? Go ahead.
The Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites are the Arabs. The Palestinians are Ishmaelites. The Saudi Arabians, the Qatarians, the what's another Arab country? Iraq. Those are the Arabs, are the Ishmaelites, because they're the children of Ishmael, which was Abraham's son by the flesh, but not by the promise. Continue.
Moab.
Moab, those are the Chinese, the people from China, and they've spread all throughout Asia. That's the Moabites.
The Hagarines.
The Hagarines, I cannot remember who the hell they are. Someone look them up in your Bible dictionary. I believe there's some type of African people, but I just can't recall. But it's look it up in your Bible dictionary, and whatever it says in there is solid. All right, your Zondervan Bible dictionary. Go ahead.
Verse 7, Gabal.
Gabal, I can't remember either. Now, the fact that I can't remember them probably means they're all Africans. There were those 7 African tribes that were in our land. There were, I believe, 7 African tribes that were in the land of Israel that we had to expel. Usually, I don't remember those. All right, so the brothers will double check them. Go ahead, Captain. Just tell me who these Hagarines are and all these cats here we're talking about. The Canaan, the Africans, correct? Those are the people that lived in the land of Canaan. So they're Africans. They're African tribes. Continue.
Sir. The Ammon.
Say again?
Ammon.
Ammon, those are the Japanese. Those are Ammon and Moab were brothers. Those are the Japanese people. Go ahead.
Sir. The Amalek.
Amalek are the people we call today the so-called Jewish people, or the Khazarians. That's the head tribe of Esau, the head tribe of Edom.
Sir. The Philistines.
The Philistines are another African tribe. The place Palestine. Palestine, that's a bastardization of the name Philistia. All right, that's the same place. That particular land is where the Philistines dwelled. All right, they call it today the land of Palestine, right on the border, right at the coast of the land of Israel.
Sir.
Right, go ahead. They're another African people.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Tyre and Zidon, you gotta look those up. I can't remember who they are either. I want to say there's some type of African, but I can't recall. But you can just look that up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. One of the officers or captains will tell you, all right?
Sir.
Go ahead.
And in verse 8, Assur, is that the Assyrians?
Assur, I believe, are the Assyrians. I'm pretty sure of it. You better double check it, but I'm pretty sure that's the Assyrians. Go ahead. Is that right? Go ahead. Good to go? The water warrior. Dive it up, give him a hand. Next. You got it, warrior. Take your time.
If I may, sir, I like a quick understanding, a breakdown of Revelation chapter 12, verses 7 through 9. In particular, in reference to where it says with Satan's angels. Do you want me to read it? Okay. Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Just a part of it. Okay. It says verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with. Are these angels, are they the same or different from what the Christian church will refer to as demons?
They're different. They're absolutely different than the Christian church calls demons. These angels are people. The word angel means messenger, right? So read it again, then I'll break it down for you.
Verse Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out.
Now, who is the great dragon? So just so you could get the concept of this is a vision that John is having when he's in prison. He's having a vision to renew his faith so that his faith stays strong in a very dark place. If you've ever been in prison before, it's a terrible place to be in. And in prison, a vision can be absolutely therapeutic. It can help you. And John is getting a vision to know that even though his brother has been unalived and murdered, his king has been crucified, and his people have chosen persecution over freedom. They chose it. Yet his people will still receive justice. And so he's having a vision about the justice. He's having a vision about it. Who's that red dragon? That red dragon is speaking about the nation of Esau, in particular the Roman Empire, who have killed his brother and crucified his king. But that red dragon is going to fall to the earth. He's going to be destroyed. Esau is that red dragon. In the South, they call them rednecks. That's what they were called in the South. I don't know if they're still called rednecks, but they were called rednecks for a long time. Well, in the Bible, they're called that red dragon. Everyone understands. Which is where that whole concept of the devil being red comes from. Our children know that the devil is red. Why? Because rednecks are red. Do you understand? It's because this people is red. Rednecks, red dragon, red people, the nation of Esau, your oppressor. He's going to fall. Now, I'm sorry, please. He's going to fall one day. And that's what John is getting, is getting rejuvenated with, the fact that he is going to fall one day. Read it again.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil.
Called the devil. That the red dragon, he's red and he's a dragon, which means he has destructive power. He can hurt people. He's an animal. He can fly. Right? All these things are true about our oppressor today. That red dragon is also what? That old serpent. Why old serpent? Because that serpent has been around since the Old Testament. That serpent has been around since read my mind, beginning. The serpent in the Garden of Eden was a devil, was a man. Do you understand? It was not an actual snake, like they tell children in Bible study. It was a man who behaves like a snake, a man who behaves like a rat, a man who's low down and slimy. That's who fooled Eve. Do you understand? That same man is also the red dragon, right? A animal who hurts people, the Roman Empire. That same man is also the devil. Once again, this is another thing you have to be prepared for, is that because the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yohana says the phrase, the white man is the devil, people think we're racist because of that. That's not racism. That's not racism at all. And it has nothing to do with race at all. When we say the white man is the devil, that's because the UPK has been around since the 60s. And in the 60s, it was very popular to use the phrase, the man. I was listening to Gil Scott-Heron before class. The man is all through his music. The man knocked down my door. The man went to the moon. The man didn't turn my heat off this week. It's a 60s term. You understand? The UPK was formed in 1969. So many of the things we do come from the 60s. So we say the white man because it's what people said in the 60s. It's how they referred to white people. All white people? No. What white people are the man? Who is the white man? The white power structure. That's the white man. This little white man, sleeping under a bridge, he's not the white man, because the white man is talking about the white people in charge, the white people who push the lies, the white people who control us and who decide that we cannot have a business and the Chinese people can. That's the white man. There are some good white people. I met a few of them, usually kissing my boots at camp. I met many good white people, excellent white people. There's white people you can find on the internet that will tell you that blacks are the real Jews. Have you seen those videos? Those are good white folks. Good white folks. Usually they'll get down and kiss your boots. So there are some good white people. There's good people of every race, kind people, generous people, right? When we say the white man, we're talking about the government, the structure, the religious leadership, the people who deny blacks and Latinos loans and give those loans to Chinese people, the people that tell us that we are base in the society and they tell other people that they're the chosen people of God. That's who the white man is. And you have to be ready for that when you are teaching on the street. Give these young brothers some cash out. They deserve it. Look at them sitting up there tonight. Give them a hand. God damn. These brothers have been getting some parenting, sister. I see you doing some parenting over here. I'm liable to lay a little cash on you. You're going to get whatever's left. Give her a hand. She's parenting these kids. Well done. Everybody gets the point, all right? What does the word devil mean, or diablo in Spanish? Deceiver. The liars. Why liar? Because they're the ones in charge of what is in our minds, and it's a lie. What they say about our nationality is a lie. What they say about our history is a lie. God damn, I mean, do you know how much in society has been hidden from you, achievements that your people have made? I mean, your people have stretched science forward, and you don't even know who they are because there's a white face on an image that should be your face. Those people are liars. They teach us lies. We absorb those lies. The white man is the devil. We're speaking about the power structure of white supremacy that controls life. They're lying to us. You understand? Which is what the term deceiver means. So you got this man who has military might, which makes him a what? Dragon. He's the one from the beginning that turned our wife, our sister, against us. He was the snake. And he's the devil, which means he is the liar of the planet Earth, pushing white supremacy as if it is the truth. Do you get the point? Anything else? Done. Next.
Come on, sir. So like, sir, we got Oh,
brother, to what? Get to the other one. Go ahead. Give them two apiece. That's where we're gonna get started. Go ahead.
If I may say so, the angels, his angels are different than like what the Christian church.
Well, the Most High has angels on earth, which is what we are. The Most High has angels in heaven, which is what the angelic beings are. And the word angel means a messenger, right? The Most High has witnesses on earth and witnesses in heaven. All right. The witnesses in heaven are the angelic beings who are made to live in space, above the space. The Lord said he has terrestrial beings and celestial beings. We are terrestrial. We're made to live on terra firma, which is the earth. But the angels are made to live in the stars, above the stars. So we're messengers and the angels are messengers, but we just live in two different places, in two different realms, in two different dimensions. These angels are speaking about the people who are the messengers of the devil, the people who are the messengers of the dragon, the people who are the messengers of the serpent. You get my point? They're his messengers. And who are his messengers? Who are the people that are the spokesmen for the military might of our oppressor, the spokesman for the lies of our oppressor? Who are those people?
If I may, Esau.
Well, Esau is the dragon. Esau is the dragon. Esau is the serpent. someone else is his messenger. Who is his messenger? It's right in front of you. As simple as it could be. There's a reason. Listen, no one would love our oppressor if not for someone. Our oppressor doesn't do anything to gain love. Our oppressor does everything to be hated. He hurts you and shoots you dead in the street and molests your children. Why would anybody love the Catholic Church? Damn. I mean, can you imagine that? Okay, when you come into the truth, they're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think you're in a hate group. But if you sent your son to be an altar boy, what would they say about you then? Answer.
I'm an upstanding Christian.
You're an upstanding citizen. You see that? If you send your son to someone who has
a good father,
millions of dollars of child molestation lawsuits, millions. But if you said, take my son, they would go, Jesus Cristo, you know, they would love that. They would think you are so godly. When everyone knows the Catholic Church molests boys. The preachers, the religious leaders, they're the angels for the devil. Do you understand? Black and Latino religious leaders are the messengers for the dragon, the messengers for the snake. They're the reason that you love oppressors, even though they molest your children. Because some Puerto Rican preacher, some Mexican preacher will tell you, we all have sinned. Don't judge him. We all have made errors. Don't judge a man by that. And then you'll hand your child over to some preacher, some Catholic priest who's going to molest him, and your family will count you as a godly man. You get the point. All right, preachers are the messengers. They're the messengers. They're the ones that sanitize the image of our oppressor. Them. You get the point? Martin Luther King is a messenger for the serpent, for the snake, for the dragon, Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes. They're the reasons that we ignore the violent nature and violent history of our oppressor, because some preacher is saying, don't judge him. You can't, it's wrong to feel like that. When they go low, we go high. Don't sink to their level. Racism is wrong no matter who feels it. So then we go, oh, you're right. Okay, rape me more. Hurt me more because, you know, Creflo said I'm not allowed to defend myself. I'm not allowed to feel anger. Only white people can feel anger. Preachers are the messengers for the dragon, all right? Was that it? Next.
Sir, we also have Atlanta in the building, sir. And Officer Shamgar in the building.
Oh, the big bad wolf. Give him a hand. Shamgar was showing them the other side out there in the UK, brother. In the UPK, we have two sides. There's one side that's the teaching side and the kind side. If I was you, I'd listen to that side. Moving on. Anything else? Go ahead.
Atlanta has a question, I believe, sir.
Oh, in Atlanta, the Brave. Give the Brave a hand out there in Atlanta. Go ahead, Al.
We can't hear you. Gotta unmute.
Shalom, Lord Christ, Adawan. My question for you, sir, would be out of the book of Amos, chapter 8, verses 11. I would like to get a breakdown for the famine of the word. I can read that now if you like. Ready for me to read it, sir?
Please.
The book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of the hearing of the words of the Lord.
Forget about it. You want me to break this down, I'm assuming, right?
Sir.
All right, you want to just think first about the concept of hunger, right? Imagine a famine means that your people are starving. So you don't have water, you don't have bread, you starve to death, right? The Most High is saying there's a famine coming, a hunger coming. It won't be about bread and water. It'll be about the word of God where you won't be able to get it. Just like a hungry man looking for food and there is none. A hungry man looking for, a thirsty man looking for water and there is none. The Most High is saying that's going to happen with the word of God. That was happening strong, but that famine is beginning to end. There was a time, Mark, when it was impossible to even know that the truth existed. Like there was a time, brother, to even find this school, it was a miracle. I mean, listen, I remember when to even know the school existed, you literally had to walk in front of it. You literally had to know someone in the school. You had to work with a brother who was in the truth. You had to walk in front of a speaking to even know the school existed. That's a famine. So if your job was on the other side of town, you were not coming into the truth. That was how the truth was. When I found the truth up, I had never heard of it, never seen it. It didn't exist. I just so happened to, by the grace of God, walk in front of it. And that's how I found the truth. And it was done like that. It was very similar in the time of Christ. In the time of Christ, the apostles are cousins, friends, work together. All of them. All of them are somehow related, somehow work with each other or related to each other. John the Baptist and Jesus Christ were cousins. A lot of them are groups of brothers and groups of friends. And at one time, that was the only way to find the word of God. The truth was, the world was starved for knowledge, starved for the truth. As we come to the time of the end, that starvation is ending. You saw Captain Desire on No Jumper. That means that the starvation is almost over. It's almost at an end. There's going to come a time. There's another precept where the Lord said, you shall not go over all, you shall go over all Jerusalem, all Israel before I come. There, before you know it, everyone is going to have an opportunity to eat. Everyone. To drink. That time is happening slowly right now. But there was a time, my God, where it would be a miracle for you to even find the truth. You understand, Atlanta?
Kind of one sir.
Go ahead.
And so, like I said, if I may, I guess coming from a standpoint of thinking what I was taught as a Christian, it was taught as though the famine was going to come towards the end. But you've made that clear that the famine was already here. So would it be safe to say that that famine was until 1969?
That would be safe to say that. Exactly. Because the Most High said, give me the precept for what you just said. Do you know? Seal up the book until the last days of the end times. If the Christians are saying that the famine starts at the end, that's a direct contradiction to scriptures in the Bible. Someone give me seal up the book until the end times or till the last days. This is the precept for your precept that you pulled right now, right? All right, Out?
Kind of one sir.
Someone tell them where it is. They'll find it for you and tell you where it is, all right? The prophet Daniel was told to seal the book up, officer.
That's Daniel
12 and 40. Go to Daniel 12 and 4, Atlanta.
Kind of one sir.
The brothers out there in Atlanta, that's another group of brave men out there. Had to go out there and defend themselves against those purple pigs out there in Atlanta. The purple pigs in Atlanta are part of the gay agenda out in Atlanta. The IUIC in Atlanta are just continuing the gay agenda in Atlanta, Georgia. But the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yohana are standing on the front lines against the gay agenda. And give yourselves a hand, Atlanta. Well done, Atlanta. Well done. Whenever you get that precept, let me know, all right?
Kind of have it, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words.
Read that again.
Verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words.
Shut up what?
Shut up the words.
Shut up what?
Shut up the words.
You know that the Bible says there would be a famine of the word. Why is there a famine of the word? Atlanta? It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you.
And seal the book.
Why is there a famine of the word, Atlanta?
And seal the book.
Why is there a famine of the word?
Sir. Salakia, I'm not following the question.
That's all right. This is the reason that there's a famine of the word.
Because the book was sealed.
Has been shut and sealed. If you get a Bible and you shut it and lock it up and put seals on it, What can you not do after those seals are put on the book? Atlanta.
You can't open it.
You can't open it. And if you can't open it, what else can't you do?
You can't read.
You can't read it. So now, even if you want the truth, you can't have it because the book is shut up. That's a metaphor for the truth not being here. All you get is lies. You ask somebody about God, they lie to you. You ask somebody about Jesus, they say he's white. You ask somebody, Alexa, are Jewish people the chosen people of God? Oh, now she wants to talk. Oh man, thank you, Alexa. Boy, oh boy. I wonder. Oh, damn. Oh, she's gracious. Oh, graciousness. Alexa, are the give me the try. What people? Alexa, are the Dominicans the chosen people of God?
From Wikipedia.org. The Dominican Sisters of the Immaculate Conception are a religious community of
Alexa, are the Dominicans the chosen people of God?
From Wikipedia.org. The Dominican Sisters of the Immaculate
Alexa, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, you see, that's what you'll find. Okay? You'll find that. The I.S.U.P.K, however, started in 1969. After the Christians, after the Renaissance, after Muhammad's march all throughout Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. Keep reading, warrior.
Kanawan Khan, even the book, Salakia, even the time of the end.
Slow that down. Also, someone else give me, I brought forth the apostles last. Read that one more time, Atlanta.
Kanawan Khan, starting from the top, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
I think Atlanta, I think you understand that. So I don't know what the Christians are talking about. The famine ends at the end. Hunger is over at the end. And that's why Captain Desariac was on No Jumper. And that's why the I.S.U.P.K was trending yesterday. Trending because we did not hurt a Muslim woman who tried to kill us. We did not shoot her. We did not harm her. And yet we're the hate group. And Jewish people are the chosen people of God. Yet we're the hate group. And we didn't hurt that woman. You understand, right? Let me give you one more precept. Where's that, warrior? 1 Corinthians 4 and 9, Atlanta. Is that little baby that you just had, that little girl? I'll be damned. Y'all was Sops baby. Give her a hand. Look at her now. Oh, good girl. Look at her. Good girl. Good girl. Look how big she got. She's beautiful and strong. Go ahead, girl. Good job. Give her a hand. Give her a little money, too. You want some money? Give her a little cat. Young brother coming to get it. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. What's next?
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9.
I'm gonna have to cash app the mom some money. I see that's coming already. Oh boy. Go ahead. They're gonna break me tonight, Asher. Go ahead. Where are we at?
Verse 9. For I think that God hath set forth us, the apostles, last.
Set them for us first? What'd you say?
1 Corinthians 4 and 9.
Uh-huh. The apostles came, what, during the time of the Renaissance?
Salakia. Apostles came last.
That's when they came up.
Yeah.
After Islam, after Muhammad, after the Renaissance, after the Episcopalians, the Presbyterians, and the Catholics, in the last days, at the end. You understand, right?
Khan, the water, sir.
All right, no problem. Next.
Sir, before we go to the online question, sir, Officer Robon had a question to ask you.
Go ahead, Robon. You got it, warrior.
Khan, sir. The water, General. If I could I get a breakdown on the book of Genesis, chapter 16, and verse 12.
No problem.
It's,
Genesis 16 and 12. You got it.
Come on. And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man.
This is a precept and a prophecy about the children of Ishmael. Ishmael was the son of Abraham, right? Ishmael was the son of Abraham. He was in actuality Abraham's firstborn son, but he was not the son who was promised to receive the covenant that was passed down from Isaac to Abraham. The Most High God already promised that Sarah would have a child, and that child was the child who would receive the covenant of God. That child was the one that would get the inheritance that made their children the chosen people of God. He had a son before that with a Egypt. Was she Egyptian? Hagar. Hagar. She was some type of heathen, right? Egyptian or something like that, right? Is that right? Egyptian. She was an Egyptian woman. He had a baby with her because Sarah didn't think she could have children. So Sarah told Abraham to have sex with her Egyptian maid. Abraham did it, and they had a son whose name was Ishmael. But then as the child grew, Ishmael began to be proud and to vaunt themselves against Sarah, who by then had the child Isaac, which the Most High promised she would have. And Hagar began to be mean and cruel to Sarah because, of course, she had Abraham's firstborn son. And then finally, Sarah went to Abraham and said, kick this bondwoman out and her son with her. Abraham said, no, woman, that's my son. He had a dream that night, and the Most High said, hearken unto the voice of thy wife. Kick out that slave woman and her son. Abraham got up in the morning and kicked both of their asses out of the whole camp. And that was that. And the Most High God said, listen, don't worry about Ishmael, because he's going to have the fatness of the land. He's going to be blessed with oil. He'll be blessed with everything. And the Arab people are a blessed people. They have the most important commodity on the planet, oil. They have it in an abundance. They have it. You go over to the United Arab Emirates, is Rolls Royces on the side of the road that ran out of gas. Am I making this up? I am not. I am not. Go to Kuwait. You're on the side of the road. When a Rolls Royce runs out of gas, they leave it. They leave it there because that's how many rich people are in Kuwait, are in the United Arab Emirates. Is damn near Sodom and Gomorrah over there, with as many people that go over to the United Arab Emirates to have illicit sex and jets and hot tub fun. They're blessed. Don't worry about them. They're going to have a good time. And the Most High God also said this about Ishmael. Read that, please, Rawbon.
Can't, sir. And he will be a wild man.
He'll be a what?
A wild man.
When you look up the Hebrew word for wild man in your Zondervan Bible Dictionary, it means criminal. Criminal. The Arabs are by nature criminals. What do I mean when I say criminals? They do not conform to societal laws. They can't do that. They can't, go through the court system and get justice like that. They can't do things in an orderly fashion to achieve their goals. They're criminals. So the minute that they get upset, they're going to fly 2 planes into the World Trade Center because they're wild. They're going to kidnap people because they're wild. They're going to strap bombs to their chest and scream Allah Akbar and kill everybody. And that's how they achieve their political goals. Suicide, which is kind of ridiculous.
Right.
To achieve your political goals through killing your damn self. Why don't you just let the enemy kill you? I mean, either the enemy shoots you or you kill yourself to achieve your political goals. How does that make any sense? Anyway, they do it because they're criminals and they're wild. You understand, Og? And that's what you saw out there in the UK. That's what you see all around the country. The Arabs get all, excited about something. They ain't going to sing. That's for damn sure. They are not going to sing "We Shall Overcome." They're not going to vote. Why don't you tell the Palestinians to vote? Nobody's saying that to them. Nobody's saying, you Palestinians, you got to get out and vote. You got to vote. Vote or die. Vote or die. Keep the vote alive. Palestinians don't believe in voting. They believe in suicide so that they can achieve their goals because they're wild. They're criminals, Raw Bond. You understand? Go ahead.
His hand will be against every man.
1 second, Raw Bond. Go ahead.
Is that the same thing that devil heathen did by backing up her car at the school in Indianapolis?
Yeah, come on. How did I forget? Yes, Levi. Yes. This devil is upset. She didn't call her congressman. She didn't vote. She didn't go to church. That's for damn sure. She didn't say, I'm so mad about this. I'm going to dance this Sunday in church. I'm going to dance this off. No. I'm mad about this. Play the video. Play her in particular. She's so angry about this, she's got to kill somebody. Right. Or else she's going to go crazy. And then she even said, either I'm going to do this or I'm going to kill myself. She said that on the video, which means what? Either I'm going to kill you or I got to kill myself. Somebody got to die. Right. I chose to kill niggas in the ghetto of Indianapolis. I chose to kill black people in the ghettos of Indianapolis. She made that choice. Go ahead and play it, Raw Barn. I mean, go ahead and listen. Check this out, Raw Barn. This is a wild woman right here.
As far as any structural, I haven't been in yet. I just got it.
Of course I did it on purpose. You think I'm crazy? No, I am not. Because seriously, this is at least what I can do because I'm going to kill myself if I don't do something with watching children genocide every freaking night. I did it on purpose. You think I'm crazy? Of course I did it on purpose. You think I'm crazy? No, I am not. Because seriously, this is at least what I can do because I'm going to kill myself if I don't do something with watching children genocide every freaking night. When you get up in the morning, evening, just seeing people dying. Yes, of course.
I'm going to do it.
You hear what she said? She said, I had to do something. Well, I have to run you over. I have to run you over or kill myself. I got to do one or the other.
Right.
Asher.
And they still don't want to list it as a hate crime.
No, of course not. They don't want to make that a hate crime because of who got hated. You understand? It's because of who was hated. You think this heathen didn't know? Do you think she thought that that was a Jewish synagogue in the middle of that ghetto in Indianapolis? Huh? Let me ask you a question. Do you think people know when they're in a black neighborhood? Huh? Do you think people know when they're in a Hispanic neighborhood? Have you ever been in a black neighborhood and went, I wonder if this is a white neighborhood? No. You know when you're in a black neighborhood. You know when you're in a Hispanic neighborhood. She knew that these were black Jews. She knew it. And that's why she tried to kill us. Because she believed that she could do it and not get charged with a hate crime. Come to find out she was right. She was absolutely right. She was not charged with a hate crime. Now, let me tell you how bad it is. We went and met with the FBI, Captain Kapash. She went and met with the FBI to tell the FBI that we want her charged with a hate crime because she attacked us because of our religious beliefs. The FBI said, how do you make your money? Kapash said, excuse me? He said, I heard about an Israelite group in Chicago that sells drugs. How do you guys make your money? Do you sell drugs? That happened. Yeah, that happened. And Kapash said, well, excuse me? You asking me, do I sell drugs? Are you asking me, how do we make our money? Kapash said, would you ask Joel Osteen how he makes his money?
Right.
It was some cat that Captain Tazaryak was about to battle who said, you Israelites don't do nothing but stand on the street corner. You Israelites don't have any money. What are you talking about? Let me ask you a question. Has any preacher ever been asked, do you have a job? Have you ever heard of that even? Would you go to Creflo Dollar and go, hey, Creflo, how do you make your money? Hey, TD Jakes, Get a job, TD Jakes. Why do people ask us how we make our money and how do we get paid? Why would you? We get paid from the gospel. That's how we get paid. We get paid from doing this. Give yourselves a hand. This is it. We get paid the same way TD Jakes does, the same way Joel Osteen does, the same way Creflo. What are you even asking us? Who would you ever ask that question? What Christian would you ever ask that question to? Anyway, the supervisor, of course, Kapash, you know, he did his business and he understands how to explain the error to a person. And then the supervisor came down to the school today in Indianapolis, and the supervisor apologized and said that his agents were wrong and they should have never done that. And they were so wrong for saying that. And then they left. And that was a good thing. That's a good white man that did that today. Give him a hand. That was a good white man. He was good because they were wrong. So everyone understands. We're considered, because of, they know who you can hurt. They know if you hurt us, the FBI will wonder if we're a drug, you know, connection or some type of drug lords or some type of murderers or something like that. Go ahead.
Didn't they ask Captain Yatzizak the same similar questions when we drove through cartel land to get to?
Yeah, they thought that we were down there to sell drugs in Mexico. I get it. I understand. I know. Sometimes I forget what we look like. Sometimes, and until someone reminds me that we're terrifying to look at, and they think that we are just going to come and kill everyone there. But I will just have unalive everyone there. But I will have you look at that Arab woman. She didn't have any bruises.
Right.
Her head was still covered. She was intact when the police came to arrest her, because the Israelite school of UPK are gentlemen. They're kind. They're merciful. Right. They're forgiving. And you Christians are not. You're not. Even children aren't safe with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You understand? Who had the question? You can play it one more time. See me one more time, Mark.
As far as any structural, I haven't been in yet. I just got it.
Of course I did it on purpose. You think I'm crazy? No, I am not. Because seriously, this is like this what I can do, because I'm gonna kill myself if I don't do something with watching children genocide every freaking night. When I get up in the morning, evening, just seeing people dying.
She said if she didn't do this, she was gonna kill herself. Right now, I would like to speak to my Arab friends. If you are caught in the dilemma of whether you should kill other people or kill yourself, or if you should unalive,
harm, mortally injure
other people or injure yourself,
right.
Don't worry about it. I gotta go. Next question. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ephraim. Go ahead. Oh, hurry up if you don't mind, boy. I got a lot of questions. I need to get to that hair precinct.
If I may, it's not really a
hair
question.
so
It's
you can get
just
that
more of
beat
a
up.
follow-up. Like I've
Please.
noticed, even to piggyback on what you was everything you're saying, sir.
Please.
That like even Edomite cops, they may assault their own people, but they won't unalive them, as opposed to how they treat our people, and it's beyond words, sir. Thank you, sir.
Give him a hand. He's telling the truth. To water. Go ahead, Asher. You got it.
So I have a question from Officer Knock, down in Texas now.
Mm-hmm.
The question, sir, is: can I get a breakdown on Luke chapter 22, verse 17, specifically where it says the bread and the wine?
No problem. Go ahead and read
someone
it.
get a book. Someone get it. Luke chapter 22, verse 17. Baba Kasha.
The book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 17. And he took the cup and gave thanks and said, take this and divide it among yourselves.
So this is during the Last Supper. This is the last time that Christ had a meal during the High Holy Day, with his disciples. And so during the meal, Captain Jaryak, what's this? This the Feast of Unleavened Bread or the Passover?
Coming up?
No, I mean, no, in this precept. This is the one,
Luke 22.
It might be the Feast of Unleavened Bread to my memory. The Last Supper. It was before the Passover.
So like it, sir. Verse 7 says, then came the day of unleavened bread.
There you go.
When
So
the Passover must be unalive.
You got you. So this is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right. And so Christ is sitting down eating the sop. The sop is just gravy. You know, gravy, the juices that come from cooking that lamb. All right. The bread is, of course, the unleavened bread that we have every year at the Passover, that we will have this year at the 55th annual Passover. Come on.
And pay your Passover fee.
Pay your Passover fee, right? So Christ is having that meal with the only brothers that were in the truth at that time, which was 12 men. At the end of that night, it would be 11 men, but it was 12 men that night. So he's speaking to them and having the meal with them. But in the meal, he's trying to explain to them that he is about to leave and he's about to be sacrificed for their sake. He's about to be unalived so that they can live. Everyone understands? Okay, someone read it. Whoever had it, go ahead.
Verse 17. And he took the cup and gave thanks.
So now he takes the cup of wine. So just like at the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, they're drinking wine, right? He takes the cup, he pours wine into his glass. Go ahead.
And gave thanks.
And he thanks the Most High, just like we do at every high holy day. La Yasha Allah. We thank the Most High for the wine that we're about to drink. Keep going.
And said, take this and divide it among yourselves.
So now he takes his cup. He pours wine in his cup. And then he passes his cup to all of them, all 12 of them. And they go and take their portion of the wine that came from his cup. Everyone understands? Keep going.
Verse 18, for I say unto you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God shall come.
So just imagine me right now pouring a drink in my glass and then taking this drink and dividing it amongst you. Until what? Until my glass is empty. It's empty. I've given you my drink because I will not drink until I see you again. That's the point. That's what he's trying to say to them. This is a sincere expression that he's going to miss them. He's going to miss them. So instead of drinking the wine himself, he gives it to them. Why? To let them know, I am about to lose for you. I am about to suffer for you. And I'm going to do it. And I won't have pleasure again. I won't drink again until I'm with you again. That's our king. That's who we serve. Continue.
Verse 19. And he took bread and gave thanks.
He takes the bread and he thanks the Most High for the bread, just like we do during the high holy days. Right? The unleavened bread that we make, which just means flat bread, right? Bread that doesn't rise. And he thanks the Most High for the bread. Keep going.
And break it and give unto them.
He takes his piece of bread, he breaks it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He breaks it off in pieces and gives it to them. Go ahead.
Saying, this is my body.
This is my body. This bread that I just gave you, this is my body. Keep going.
Which is given for you.
And I'm giving it to you. You're going to eat. You're going to drink. I will not. I'm going to suffer for you. For you. This is where brotherhood comes from, young man. This is where the spirit of the UPK comes from. This is the spirit of Christ. This is what you can't find outside of this holy place. You can't find this. Someone that gets a drink of wine, but he doesn't drink. You drink. He doesn't eat. You eat. That's what happened with our king. That happened. I'm doing this for you. This is my body, which I what?
Which is given for you.
I'm giving up my body for you. Jesus Christ knew this, that if he stayed alive, the disciples of Christ, their families, their children, their children's children would have to die for their sins. Instead of them dying, it was better that he died. That's in Matthew, the 11th chapter. It is better that one man should die and that the nation perish not. That's in the Bible. And that's why he did it. He did it. He did it so that we could all live. Because if he stayed alive, then you would have to die because you did sell drugs. Because you did sleep with a woman who had a man. Because you were a LGBT person. Because you were that kind. Because you did steal. Because you did lie. He never stole. He never lied. And he was never a deviant. So if he dies and you follow him, then you don't die. So this is my body. I'm giving it to you. This is the drink from my cup. And I'm letting you drink it. Continue.
This do in remembrance of me.
Read it again.
This do in remembrance of me.
So now, because of that day, from now on, we're going to drink for him. We're going to eat for him because there's always one brother missing. Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
You understand now, correct? Next.
Consul, I have a question from Officer 1 from California, sir. Can a brother get Psalms 138 verse 2? He asked, is this saying that God puts his name over his word? May he get a general breakdown on this precept, Baba Kasha.
No sweat. Go ahead.
Psalms 138 and verse 2.
Whoever has it, read it, please.
The book of Psalm 138 and verse 2. I will worship toward thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name.
What's his question again?
He wants a general breakdown, sir. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, it's like it. He wants to know is the Most High saying that he puts his name over his word?
I don't know what that means though.
Like his name is more, means more, or holds
His
more
name means more
than his word.
Read what he's interpreting that to possibly be.
For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name.
Okay, he's magnified his question is, does it matter more?
Yes.
Okay, what does his word mean? When he says that he has magnified his word, what is his word? For time's sake, let me just give it to you, all right? When he says his above all his name is his reputation. That's his name. His name does not mean his actual name, which is actually Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's his name. It's not literal like that. His name means his reputation, meaning above everything about him. The most important thing about him is what he tells you to do. That's what this precept means. Right? Reputation is what name means. It's an old biblical way to think. My name is not Mahayaman. My name is who I am. It's my rep. It's the character that I've developed throughout my years of life. That's my name. It's reputation. It is not his actual literal signature. You get my point? Yes, above everything that is him, that is his reputation. And he has a big reputation. He got a reputation for destruction, for mercy, for miracles, for creation. What's the biggest thing about his reputation? His word, meaning he tells you to do something, you have to do it. That's the biggest thing about the Most High God. That's the most important aspect of his reputation. All right. So without doing his word, what difference does anything else make? Jesus Christ said, this people doth honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. So you can just say, I love you, God, because God likes praise. He does like praise. That's true. He wants to be praised, but not more than obedience. Obedience is what he wants above everything else. So just saying God, you're the greatest. I love you, Lord. Hashkala, blah, 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 blah. Allah Akbar. Those things are nice, but not more important than obedience.
Right.
Obedience is everything. It's everything. Everybody gets it.
Come on.
Next.
Sir, I have a question from Officer Sakan. He asked if he can get a breakdown on 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9.
Quickly.
A breakdown on a general breakdown on 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9.
1 Corinthians 2 and verse 9. But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him.
He just wants a general breakdown for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read it one more time.
Verse 9, but as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor
I have not seen, meaning the actual physical eye, right? I have not seen, go ahead.
Nor ear heard.
Nor actual physical ear heard. Keep going.
Neither have entered into the heart of man.
Neither have you imagined this. The heart of man is your mind. So this has not been something that you've heard or seen or imagined. Keep going.
The things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him.
Let me tell you something. I have a vivid imagination. I imagine all kinds of things, like especially what I'm going to do to our oppressor. And the Bible is saying that you can't even imagine actually what you're going to do to him. It's going to be amazing. When the kingdom of heaven gets here, the amount of rulership and power you're going to have is something you can't even imagine. You haven't ever seen it. You haven't ever heard it. And now, you want me to make you understand it? Think of the white person. Think of the oppressor. Queen Isabella of Spain. Think of her. She's the one that sent Christopher Columbus over here, right?
Yes.
George II, of over England, who was the king that ruled America. George Washington, who was the first president of America, of the United States of America. Could they imagine robots, driverless cars, drones, airplanes? If you said, George Washington, listen, George Washington, you're going to fight a war, and you're going to risk everything in that war. You're going to go against the greatest superpower on the planet, England. You're going to win that war. And a couple of hundred years later, you're going to be flying through the sky, and you're going to have planes with no one flying them. And you're going to have tanks, and you're going to rule Alaska, Puerto Rico, and most of the planet. George Washington couldn't imagine that. Do you understand? What will our kingdom be like that you can't imagine? It's amazing. Like it's just, you can try to think, but you can't think. This is the reward for discipline. This is the reward for giving up cocaine, for giving up marijuana, for giving up abuse, for giving up lying. There's a reward that you cannot imagine. Think of the reward that George Washington got. Think of that kind of reward that he received. That his children would be the number one superpower on the moon, on Mars. What will we get? What will we receive if we keep these commandments? I pray you understand. Next.
Sir, also Yatazar has a question, sir.
Yatazar.
Sir. I have a question. I don't want in Isaiah chapter 8, verse 4 to verse 8, just a general breakdown, sir.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 4, so like it.
Can I give you one of my imaginings, Yatazar, before you go into this?
Baba Kasha, sir.
I
got one too,
one
sir.
of my imaginings. Okay. This is an imagining that I've imagined since I was an officer of 50. Give me my video I asked you for earlier. You know what I'm talking about, Ashley?
The hair?
Yeah, hold that. Since I was an officer of 50, right? I've always imagined that in the kingdom of heaven, you know how right now in America, right? the whole society is based on money. Now, this money is made from paper, from tree bark. That's it. But a lot of your fathers died from this for lack of it or trying to get it. A lot of your mothers were prostitutes and had sex with men for tree bark. That's it. The US dollar is not backed by gold. The US dollar is backed by the military might of the US. This is just a piece of paper, nothing else. You can go look that up. US dollar stopped being backed by gold, I think, in the 70s. And it's only backed now by the reputation and strength of the US government. It's a piece of paper. This piece of paper rules Iraq, rules Afghanistan, rules the planet Earth. Something you get from trees. I've always imagined that in the kingdom of heaven, I would take cow dung and make a total society based on cow dung, manure, bullshit. And it would be, some of it would be hard, some of it would be soft, some of it would be watery, some of it would be solid. And I would have all my slaves shoot each other over that, fight, unalive each other, build societies over cow dung. Before you know it, you'd have a big pile of cow dung and someone would come rob you for it. People would work their entire lives to build up cow dung. And I've imagined that since I was an officer of 50. Because I go, man, wouldn't that be something about, I have my planet. And my planet, their commerce would be based on cow dung. And people would fight. People would go to war. People would steal. People would lie. And I have to come in and be like, who stole all that cow dung? You going to jail. Listen, we searched him and we found 2 buckets of cow dung. You're going to prison. And I've imagined that since I was an officer of 50, because I knew my entire life was based on tree bark. Right here. That's what I imagined. Now, in my mind, that was amazing. Can I show you a video? Anybody want to see a video real fast? You want to walk with me down this thought process real fast? Play it, Asher.
Did you know that most affordable human hair extensions come from city drains? That's right. In India, workers actually collect hair from public drains and plug holes. They clean and treat this hair, making it look nice and shiny. But the truth is, it's not virgin hair. It's straight from the drains. This is the only reason human hair extensions are still affordable. Otherwise, they would all cost thousands of dollars.
Pause. Now, they're going to show you who's buying this hair. It's happening right now. They're going to show it to you. All hair extensions, the reason that you can buy those bundles and you can go to a Korean that is selling you hair from India is because the hair from hair stores is from the drains in India, from people taking showers and getting in the bathtub. And they take that hair that is in the bottom of the tub and they rinse that hair out and straighten that hair out and sell it to you in Harlem. And that is where the hair comes from the toilets and the drains in India. And that is their industry. That is a business that controls you, that you are going to give up all of your dollars for hair that came from the drain. I imagined it when I was an officer of 50. I didn't know about this till this week, till about 3 days ago. I thought it was a big thing to imagine this. Come to find out, it's happening right now. You have an economy based on hair from the drain. And they're going to show you who's buying it. Just look at the people in the video, if you don't mind. Just look at the women in the video. Go ahead.
Extensions are still affordable. Otherwise, they would all cost thousands of dollars. It's a hidden secret of the beauty industry, and many don't know about it. What do you think? Would you still buy them knowing this? Share your thoughts and spread the word.
Eyes cannot see, ears cannot hear, nor has the heart of man imagined what thy Father hath for you. This is what he gave them. He gave them this. What can he do for us if we stop getting high? What could he do for us if we stop being criminals? Just try to imagine it. Try to imagine. Next.
Sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 4. For before the child shall have knowledge to cry, my father and my mother, the riches of Damascus and the spoil of Samaria shall be taken away before the king of Assyria.
He wants this. This is all about, when you're very young, before you can even cry, the heathens are going to lose their riches and give them to you. Before your child can even cry from the being born. Meaning they're going to get poor and we're going to get rich, which is the only way you can get rich. Many of you young men don't understand that about money. If you want money, someone has to lose money to give it to you. That's how life works. You can't get money if someone doesn't lose money. That's life, young man. All right? Which is why money is so important, which is why they'll kill you over this, because they have to lose it if you're going to get it. Everybody gets that. So everyone can't have it, because if you're going to have a lot of it, then he gets none of it. That's how life works. Go ahead.
Verse 5. The Lord spake also.
Is this to his question?
Oh, this is my question, sir.
Oh, Salaki, what was your question in specific?
Is a breakdown, sir, from 4 to 8.
Go ahead.
Because over here, the child that is speaking about is the son of Isaiah, Maher Shalahas Baz. I'm gonna read 5 to 8, sir. The Lord spake also unto me again, saying, for as much, verse 6, as this people refuseth the waters of Shiloah, that go softly and rejoice in Rezin and Remaliah's son. Verse 7, now therefore, behold, the Lord bringeth up upon them the waters of the river, strong and many.
I can't recall any of this. You might need to give me a second to read it for myself. I just don't remember what you're saying. Is it we're at the end of it, or is there more?
There's one more verse.
Go ahead.
His glory, and he shall come up over all his channels and go over all his banks. Verse 8, and he shall pass through Judah. He shall overflow and go over. He shall reach even to the neck, and the stretching out of his wings shall fill the breadth of thy land, O Emmanuel.
I got to read this for myself. It's just not jogging my memory.
All
right, just text me where it is. Maybe it'll jog my memory as I read it.
We'll do that now, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, I believe Atlanta has another question, sir.
Go ahead. The Brave down there in Atlanta. Ask your question now. UK, what time is it there? Captain, what time is it over there?
It's 1:45, sir.
Oh, damn, y'all up late. If you guys turn in, just go ahead and do it. Don't worry about it, all right?
I'm too up, sir. No sweat.
Right. Any other brother, you can just turn in. Go ahead, Doc. The water. Go ahead, Doc.
Salaki, sir, can you hear me?
I hear you fine.
Yeah, Bashim Shabbat, sir. Question, sir. Perhaps this might be a personal question. Before you have a line, sir, where you said to embrace pain.
Mm-hmm.
To embrace pain. How do we do that, sir? If we could, just in a general synopsis.
In a general synopsis, like to embrace pain. Okay. In general, right? The way to embrace pain is to not avoid it. Most times in life, it's natural to avoid pain. You get my point? Meaning, give me something, something hurts, you stop because it hurts.
Yes.
Right? Something makes you sad, you stop because it makes you sad. Come on.
Like a man having more than one wife.
Explain.
Because that would hurt or cause pain to the woman.
Okay, usually brothers don't give a damn about that. But okay, what will happen is, let me give you another way to embrace pain. The best way to, come on, Ash, come on.
If I may, sir, learning to ride a bike and fall the first time and say, you know what, I'm done.
That's a normal way. You're riding a bike, you fall off the bike, You skin your knees, so you say that's that. Come on, Ephraim.
Or if I may, sir, like sparring, boxing, learning how to take a punch.
Okay, physical training is the best example for it.
Okay.
If I want to get stronger, if I want to get faster, I can't avoid the pain, because no pain, no gain. So I'm going to have to decide, this is going to hurt. This is going to feel terrible, but I'm not avoiding that feeling. I'm going to go straight forward, even though it hurts. Well, to love someone, you're going to have to not avoid the pain. To master a thing. Give me he that seeketh mastery. Give me that in the New Testament. Okay, avoiding pain is why people cannot get off of cigarettes and marijuana, because it hurts to get off of weed. If you're an alcoholic, if you smoke cigarettes, if you smoke weed, if you're a sexual deviant, it hurts to not do those things. Imagine having a damn cigarette addiction. For those of you, if you've never smoked cigarettes before, I mean, the desire to smoke is enough to make you punch somebody in the face, because it drives you that crazy when you need a cigarette. You see videos right now on Facebook and on YouTube of people on an airplane going crazy. You've seen those videos before? The plane is trying to unload. The plane is landed. Some woman gets up and says, there's somebody back there that is not real. That person is not real. You see that devil before? That woman needs a smoke up. She needs a cigarette. Somebody fighting as they're getting off an airplane. They're always fighting when the plane lands, because they've been on this plane from New York to LA. They need a smoke. It's driving them out of their goddamn minds. They're going to go crazy. So what happens on an airplane? They're going to fight on an airplane because they need to get high. It hurts to not get your cigarette every 15 minutes. That marijuana, brother, you got to have that every day. Every single day. You get up in the morning, you're looking around on your dresser for marijuana. Where's it at? I got to get one. You find an unsmoked blunt. You find him to smoke it. Your drug dealer, he don't answer his phone. You're about to walk over to his baby's mama's house to find him. Why? Because of agony of needing drugs, right? It hurts. It hurts. It's painful. Some of you brothers got some woman that you want. She has a man. She's another nation. She's a prostitute. But you need her. You have to have her. It hurts not to be with her. Some of you women have a husband who has another wife, and you want to leave him. Why? Because it hurts. He has another woman. It's painful. So you'll leave your husband and then get with a new man who has sex with your son, right? Trying to avoid pain makes you a servant to the thing that makes you feel good. You serve that thing now. Now you're a slave. What did Jesus say? What profit a man to gain the whole world, but to lose his soul? Now you're a slave to the thing that makes you gain. Now you're happy. Now you have pleasure, but you're a slave to this pleasure. How do you not be a slave to pleasure? Don't avoid pain. Embrace it. It hurts to not smoke. Fill your chest up with that pain, with the feeling, oh my God, I need a cigarette. Breathe. Let me tell you something I was taught by Commander General Yohana. Controlling your breath is controlling you. So when I feel pain, I breathe in my nose, out my mouth. Breathe in my nose, out my mouth. In my nose, hold it for 10, out my mouth. Clear my body of the air. Push every bit of air out my chest. Breathe in, hold my breath for 30 seconds. Breathe all the air out of my body. Control myself. I own this body, not drugs, not cigarettes, not heartbreak, not sadness. This body belongs to me. And then not only will I deny it cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, sex, I will deny it air because it's mine. Over time, you begin to embrace the pain, to accept the pain, to endure the pain until there is no pain. I pray you understand. Running from pain is how you become a slave to pleasure. Running from it. You understand, Atlanta?
Kind of, sir, if I could.
Go ahead.
So I do understand that type of pain, but how would I embrace the pain of dealing with constant deaths in family, dealing with the pain of depression, of dealing with no usually having like the answers in life, but suddenly now not having that kind of control? How do I deal with that kind of pain? How do I address that?
Give me the specific kind of pain so I can tell you how to deal with it.
Khan, losing my father, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law within the span of at least 2 years, having to deal with a cancerous procedure, dealing with the depression, my son becoming a teenager, being autistic. How do I deal with that kind of pain? And usually knowing how to move in life.
I got you. There's an absolute way that you could not have any pain from losing your family members. Do you know what that is?
Law, sir, please.
Does anyone want to give it a shot? This is very common. The Esau, our oppressor, calls it survivor's remorse. You're the survivor. Your father is dead of cancer. Your mother's dead of cancer. Your cousins got shot. Your family members die. You're here. You're sad. There's an absolute fix so that you don't ever have to go through that kind of pain. Does anyone know? Atlanta, you want to give it a shot?
Well, Salaki said, I don't want to take that shot because Esau would decide to just kill them, will decide to exterminate themselves.
There's only one way to not feel the sadness of people dying around you. You die. That's it. Right? If you live, then what do you have to go through, Atlanta?
Pain, sir.
Why?
Because I'm still living.
Because you're alive, right? So if you're going to live, then you know what that would mean. You're going to have to see parents die. You don't have to see parents die as long as the child dies. If the child dies, then you never have to go through the pain of losing your parents. You just die as a child. But then if you died as a child, then what would happen, Atlanta?
Salaki, well, if I died as a child, then my family would have to.
They have to be in pain, right? So if you die as a child, then it's your mother who has to suffer. Your father, your grandparents, they have to be alive. They have to hurt. But if you don't want to feel the pain of losing family members, die first. Do you want to die first, Atlanta?
No, sir, not at all.
Then you're going to have to embrace the pain of family members dying, because that's the only way to not go through someone else dying. You be the one that makes everyone cry. You be the one that everyone is going to a funeral for. You be the one that everyone is sad about. But if you want to live, then you'll have to endure the pain of other people dying. Because here you are, the survivor. You're the survivor. You're the one that's here. You don't want to be him. That's not what you want. There's coming a time, brother, you better embrace that. You better embrace being the survivor. You better embrace saying, I'm the one that lives.
Right.
I'm the one that's there. I remember I was very young. I don't know how young I was, but every time I think about this, a memory flashes in my brain of me being in the world, going through so many funerals. And it was one thing. Give Captain Tower War a hand. He's my brother in the world and in the truth. And I remember being in the world. Was I in the world? I don't even know if I was young in the truth or in the world. But I was going to so many funerals. I mean, it was just so many of them. It was like, my God, this is so many funerals. And I remember one day my mother, Captain Tower War recently brought my mother down to a high holy day in Philadelphia. Listen, I said, Christ is on his way back. The end is near.
Weird.
She called me from the school. I said, where in the hell are you? Captain Tower War brought her to the school. And I remember talking to her at the school and thinking, it is a miracle that my mother is in the school. Because I remember being a kid, I was a young man, and I was going to so many funerals. And one day my mother told me, we were at the door of some funeral. I don't know if it was my father's funeral or some friend or some cousin. I don't remember what it was. But she said, be strong for your sister. I remember that specifically. And I remember at that moment when she said, be strong for your sister, it shocked me out of sadness because I knew that I couldn't cry. I had to be strong for my sister. So then I got in line and I grabbed my sister and I walked her to the casket. And I remember specifically it did something for me. Like, I would like to be one of the people here falling down, crying, hurting, but I can't do it because I have to be strong for her. And my mother told me that when I was like a young brother in the school, and Captain Tower War was there. And Captain Tower War was always that type of brother to be strong for people who were hurting. He was always like that, especially like that when he came into the truth. Needing to be strong for someone else, thinking about their pain, helped me to not think about my own. If you are going to be the survivor, you're going to have to be the strong one. Because if you lay down in the ground, if you mourn, then what about the sisters who need a shoulder to cry on? The brothers who need someone to carry them to the coffin? They won't have you because you're sad, because you're broken down. If you're going to be the survivor, then you're going to have to be strong for the people who are dead. You're going to have to be strong for them. If you don't want to be the survivor, you don't have to be. That's fine. You don't like being a survivor? You don't like being the only one left? Then I have to be the only one left. Then I'll carry your wife to your coffin. Then I'll be there for her. Then I'll have to give her flowers and comfort her and help your children because surviving was too hurtful for you. It was too painful. Me, myself, whenever I go to a funeral, I go, if not for the grace of Yahweh, that would be me in that coffin. If not for the Most High God giving me a gift that he did not give him, that he did not give her, someone would be walking my wife to that coffin. Someone would be comforting my children to that coffin. And because I don't want that, I guess I'll have to be strong. I guess I'll have to be the survivor. And I guess I'll thank the Most High God for the blessing. You understand, Atlanta, right?
Khan, the water.
Anything else? Go ahead. We got to wrap it up now. What do we have here? Anything else?
We got the Jewish video, sir.
Oh, how did I forget? Now, I think I've demonstrated all through the class. Hold on one second. Akimak Wathiam. What we teach in the Israelite School of UPK is exactly what Jewish people teach. Exactly. There is no difference in it. It does not vary. The only difference is we say that blacks and Latinos are Jews. They say that white people are Jews. There is no difference. Alexa, what does the word Goyim mean?
The The word Goya has different meanings depending on the context in which it is used. In the realm of art, it is often used to refer
Alexa,
to the
stop. Alexa, who are the Goy or Goyim?
From thesaurus.net. Girl is a common antonym
Alexa,
for
stop.
boy. As
Someone look this
represents
up.
the
Alexa
female
can't do
gender.
this. Alexa, stop. The word Goyim is a racial slur that Jewish people call anyone who is not Jewish. They call them Goyim. It means nations or heathens. And it is a term they use for anyone who is not Jewish at all. Play these videos, please.
Concert.
Just play them all.
And you know what else, Jim?
Nice and loud.
I just want to say this to our Christian friends, you know, just to call it as it is and say it straight out, you know, you guys are worshiping one Jew. That's a mistake. You should be worshiping every single one of us because we all to call it as it is and say it straight out, you know, you guys are worshiping one Jew.
You gotta rewind.
That's a mistake. You should be worshiping every single one of us. And you know what else,
Online,
Jim?
hear this clearly?
Yes, sir. That's too high, sir.
I just want to say this to our Christian friends, you know, just to call it as it is and say it straight out, you know, you guys are worshiping one Jew. That's a mistake. You should be worshiping every single one of us because we all die for your sins every single day. And that's exactly what's going on here.
Yeah.
We're all God's firstborn. We're dying for your sins right now because the Jewish people in the land of Israel are the bulwark against the orcs. Okay? The orcs are coming not to a theater near you, but to your home.
Rabbi, here's the question. Why do some Jewish people believe that they are the chosen people? And what do they think about other people?
So to answer that question is that the Jewish people believe they are the chosen people. They were chosen by God to bring
Us.
godliness into this
I
world.
don't know
And
why
were
we
taken-
got to be such a hate group
in 650
and anti-Semitic. The Jewish people believe they are the chosen people of God. They believe that God chose one people on earth and it's them. And it's their job to lead all the other races into the service to God. How is that different than what we teach? It is not. It is the exact same thing. The Israelite School of UPK believes that blacks and Latinos, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and that they are the chosen people of God. And it is our job to teach every other nation on earth how to be subjugated under God. That is what we teach today, what we have always taught. But we're a hate group. We're anti-Semitic. That is what they teach. Why is it wrong for us to say it, but not wrong for them? Ephraim.
I think I can answer it in the form of a
Please.
question. Is it because of who's saying it? Kind of like, you know, if is you different when a black person's I guess versus a white person?
That's correct, because white people are allowed to have self-esteem, and blacks and Latinos are not allowed to have self-esteem. You understand? Self-esteem is for free men, not for us. Keep going.
Concert.
Rabbi, here's the question. Why do some Jewish people